free college football picks. This is action here for Monday, January 2nd. Tony T here with our college football pick show here for action on a Monday. We have all four games. Before games, just a couple things. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, free college football picks, updated all season long. Of course, we load our channel full of free picks from all the major sports, so it is a good time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel, like this video, give us that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Then visit Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to some of our long-term passes. Hot cappers here we see like Pragu's been on fire. Mindy's been doing great work up there. Click the links and get signed up. Ramon as well. Click the links, get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You'll scroll down and you will see our latest premium picks up here. We also have best bets. Each capper can release one best bet per sport per day. Got some up there for you coming up here for Monday, as well as our $15 premium pick, which is a promotional item. Each capper can designate one of those $15 premium picks as a promotional item to introduce their service to new and existing customers. Our 3 packs make great value, so check those out here for Monday's action. And if you prefer, you can opt to purchase our picks via the pick ticker, individual picks a la carte with team versus team information. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, so you can post your picks in the comments. We are looking for cappers, so you can apply over on our site. And we do put our picks in every show in podcast form. It's Tony's Picks, a podcast available on all major platforms. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one started. Mississippi State versus Illinois college football pick. This one here Monday. Mississippi State finished the regular season 8-4. They closed out the regular season with that 24-22 road win at Ole Miss. They played this game with heavy hearts with the passing of head coach Mike Leach. Defensive coordinator here will take over as the interim head coach in this game. Of course, it'll be Zach Arnett who gets the nod here for the Bulldogs. So, there were some issues here for the team. When we look at who's opted out here for this bowl game, a safety opted out for the Bulldogs, also hitting the transfer portal with 2 receivers and a running back. Of course, 3 of their final 4 games against D1 schools came against Ole Miss, Alabama, and Georgia. Quarterback Will Rogers completed 68% of his passes on the year for 6.6 yards per attempt. The Bulldogs limited opponents to just 4.1 yards per rush. Illinois finished playing the regular season here at 8-4. Final Illini had their eyes set for a berth in the Big Ten championship game, but suffered 3 straight losses to begin the month of November. They closed the regular season with that 41-3 road win at Northwestern. Final Illini had 2 defensive backs opt out, with running back Chase Brown as well. Illinois offense sputtered down the stretch, averaging 307 yards and 3.9 yards per rush. Quarterback Tommy DeVito plays his final game of his collegiate career. After some troubled times at Syracuse, he transferred to Illinois. They had a career best 70% completion rate with 7.2 yards per attempt. Of course, that's with the run game doing well. With the run game struggling, DeVito just completed just over 63% of his passes, 6.4 yards per attempt, just 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Play here will be on Mississippi State at -2.5. Tulane versus USC college football pick for Monday. Tulane finished at 11-2 on the year. They are champs of the AAC with a 45-28 home win to UCF behind 648 yards. Both losses came at home to UCF by 7 and Southern Miss by 3. Green Wave offense averaged 494 yards the past 3 games with 6.5 yards per rush. The defense did allow 406 yards. Quarterback Mike Pratt, a completion rate of 61%, 10.1 yards per attempt. USC fell to 11-2, a 47-24 defeat to Utah in the Pac-12 title game that cost the Trojans a trip to the playoffs. They've played to over the total in 7 straight. Past 3 games, Trojans averaged 505 yards with the defense giving up 485 yards. Trojans past 3 games allowed 5.3 yards per rush attempt. Caleb Williams will play and conclude the regular season here with 9.1 yards per pass attempt with 9.1 yards per attempt. Like we talked about here, he passed for 37 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. No opt-outs for Tulane. USC has their top receiver, Jordan Addison, out, of course, with that ankle injury. Opting out is the Trojans' top offensive lineman. Look for offenses to shine for both teams. This is a fast playing service. The play here will be on Tulane USC to go over a total of 63.5. LSU versus Purdue college football pick. This one here is on Monday, LSU concluded the regular season at 9-4. They are on a 2-game losing streak with losses at Texas A&M by 15 and to Georgia in the SEC championship game 50-30. A good offensive team that averaged 499 yards and 31 points a game in their final 3. On defense, they allowed 31 or greater points in 5 of their final 8 games. Tigers have several opt-outs, including 2 wide receivers, edge rusher, defensive lineman, and a corner. LSU also have a notable receiver and blocking tight end hit the transfer portal. Quarterback Jaden Daniels announced his plans to return for the 2023 season. He was banged up at the end of the season, but expected to play on Monday. The Arizona State transfer in his first season with LSU completed 68% of his passes with 7.5 yards per pass attempt. He passed for 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and had a 4.5 yards per run average with 11 rushing touchdowns. Purdue concluded play at 8-5 after losing 43-22 to Michigan in the Big Ten championship game. Boilermakers rallied with 3 straight Big Ten wins to earn the berth here at the conference title game. Purdue will be without head coach Jeff Brom, who exits the program for the head coaching job at Louisville. His brother takes over as interim coach for this bowl game. Quarterback Aiden O'Connell has opted out of this bowl game. He is joined by a receiver and a tight end. On defense, opting out are 2 defensive linemen, a corner, and a linebacker. Backup Austin Burton is expected to be under center for Purdue. He started for an alien O'Connell in the team's final non-conference game where he completed 72% with 5.7 yards per attempt against FAU. He threw for 166 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. He had mop-up duties the remainder of the season and last season. Remember, he transferred over from UCLA and saw action in 6 games with the Bruins in 2019. Several opt-outs for LSU makes it tough to lay 2 touchdowns. Purdue quarterback spent a career as a backup, and in his final game of his career gets a bowl start. 4-loss season for LSU is a disappointment. Not really acceptable for a school that expects at the very least a spot in the playoffs. The play here will be on Purdue plus the 15. Penn State versus a Utah college football pick. This one here is on Monday. Penn State 10-3 on the year, finished behind Ohio State and Michigan in the Big Ten. They gave up 44 points at home to Ohio State, 41 at Michigan. They did win the final 4 games of the regular season. The Lions played well defensively down the stretch, holding teams to 8.7 points and 188 yards a game. The offense posted 40 points and 422 in that period. They will be without a quarterback that opted out. Penn State quarterback Sean Clifford had season highs in his senior season with 63% completion rate with 7.7 yards per attempt. He started all 4 seasons with Penn State. Had some struggles the first 2 seasons, but got it together at back end of his career. Utah 10-3, champions of the Pac-12 after that 47-24 win to USC in the championship game. They rolled up 533 yards on that Trojans defense. Bowl opt-outs include the Utes star corner, running backs, and tight end. Quarterback Cameron Rising is a junior that won the starting job during last season, led the Utes to the Rose Bowl. This year, Rising, a 66% completion rate with 8.1 yards per attempt. No word if Rising is coming back for his senior season, so huge motivation for a strong showing to help his draft status should he leave. Utes lost an exciting Rose Bowl last year against Ohio State and would like to taste victory this time. Utah held opponents to 326 yards this season. Remember, Penn State is the 3rd best team from the Big Ten. Play here will be on Utah at -1. That was our college football pick show here for action on Monday. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We'll give you free picks every single day, free picks from all the major sports. So make sure you subscribe. Also, if you would support our channel, like the video, give us that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. And remember, visit Tony'sPicks.com for our best bets. Our premium plays are our best bets. Visit Tony'sPicks.com right now and pick those up. All right, we'll have the NFL game for you a little bit later as well as more. I'm Tony T, back later with more picks.